All right, bruv. How are you?
All right. Yeah.
Well, here I am. And, yeah, I've come down to do the deal. Geez just pulled up in a motor, and I thought like it was going to be like Steve McQueen. All of a sudden, it looks like it's Penelope Pit Stop. I am right in the go-karts and all, funny enough.
That's a racing car, I think you'll find.
All right. Don't get the hump, love. I've got a deal of a lifetime with you, my little love. And I'll tell you where I've got it. I've got it in my mobile office. Inside there, my little love. Look. Have a look, love. Have a look. Sit down the back there. Now, get in here and have a little look, my darling. I'll even come and join you. Now, look. Take your seat, love. Take your seat, love. Apart from being just beautiful, and you really are beautiful, right, Ellen? That engine there to you today, you can take that now, and that's 2,500 nicker to you, my love.
It's a bit steep.
So's hills. You know, they're steep, aren't they? If I sort of reduce the price, especially for you, because you are so beautiful, and I said to you 200 nicker, what would be the first thing that comes out your mouth? First words?
No.
No. Right. Tell you what I'm going to do with you, my little love. 175. 175. You can take that away. Take it away, love. Go for it, Ellen.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
It's getting there.
Not quite there, but
it's getting
there, yeah.
You are a little bit of a tough cookie. I won't deny. And, I'm thinking 1.5. It's just, I don't know where it's come from. It's just bonk, wallop. 1.5. Call me silly. Call me silly, Ellen. Call me silly. Call me silly. Say, Frankie, you're silly.
No, I think it's very sensible.
Oh, it's very sensible. Are we going to have a deal at 1.5?
We got a deal.
We got a deal?
We got a
Have
deal.
you got the money on you?
Proof that flattery gets you nowhere. But that is 150 notes in the bank, and the Reliant is close to breaking even. It's the final day of dismantling, and Sheldon is fielding a slightly confusing sales inquiry.
You're not interested in the engine, or the gearbox, or the electrics. So what is it you're interested in then? The shell? With all the panels on it? Well, you give me an idea. What sort of figure did you have in mind? No, it's not going to happen. We could definitely work something out around that sort of figure. Lovely. I'll give you a call back. Talk to you soon. Bye. Yes, George! Just sold this whole piece of rubbish.
Even with the damage?
Yeah, he knows all about damage. He wants it with the interior, lights, bumpers, glass. Just got to take the engine and box out. Dave's just going from good to fantastic. Wicked. If when you need a hand with that, give me a shout.
Yeah.
With time limited, the pressure's on to get the Prius engine and gearbox out, so that Sheldon can take the shell and chassis to market. But this is no Reliant Robin. The engine removal will be as much electronics as mechanics.
What do you reckon that is?
Probably an inverter. I think increases and stabilises current to the electric motors.
There's nothing I can get to in there, so I think I'd be happier with that on. Just be careful, all right?
So not funny.
Yes, it was.
Is that heavy?
Oh, I just can't breathe.
With the sparking complete, even the agricultural process of heaving out the engine and box is proving problematic.
So as we're taking this engine out, it is a bit tricky because it's got the gearbox right on the end. It's massive. It's as big as that engine. You've got to take into consideration the centre of gravity so that as you take it out, it keeps it all level and uniform. I've got to get it so that it's a bit more level, mate, because it's twisting. Go on, it's clear here. It's nearly up. Go on. Is she clear your side?
Yeah.
With the block finally out, George gets the chance to explain exactly why it's such a big lump.
Now we've got the engine and gearbox out, you can actually see what a hybrid vehicle's about. This side, you've got your petrol engine, and it runs all the way down this line here. And this side, you've got your gearbox. And it's massive because inside this is the motor and the generator that runs the batteries in the boot. When the petrol engine's running, it turns a motor in here and it generates electricity that charges the batteries in the boot. Once the batteries are fully charged, the petrol engine's then switched off, and then the gearbox is powered directly by the electric motor in here.
And with that mould-breaking engine safely removed, Sheldon can go to market. Or should that be war?
Yeah, when you're ready, Scott. You'll see me on the right-hand side. I don't think you'll be able to miss me. I'll be the black man on top of the tank.
High-vis and tanks. What's going on?
I'm Nick Mead. My company's called Tanks a Lot. We do all sorts of things with tanks. It started off 20 years ago where you could come along and have a go at driving a tank. And now it's gone more where you come along and drive lots of tanks and the best driver runs a car over at the end and we put in a bit of shooting and a bit of blowing up and a bit of survival. You name it, we tank it. When it comes to crushing a car with a tank, people love the posh cars, the Jags, the Mercs, but there's also the other end of the scale, and people love killing Skodas and Ladas, and your Prius will be much the same. That's that kind of ilk.
Well, look, I know we've agreed a price of £350.
I believe it was 300.
I'm sure it was £350.
I can check my emails. That's the most I've ever paid for a car. It's only that I'm really short on cars and I hate electrics.
Well, I hate this car too. And I hate it so much that maybe we could come to an agreement where this £50 is concerned. I can't come all this way and not ever go in one of these tanks.
I'm a busy man at the moment.
I respect what you're saying and I don't ever want to be pushy.
Have you seen the state of my courses at the moment?
I can handle it. And I don't want to be pushy, but I don't want to leave here unless I ever go in a tank.
The mud is this deep.
Oh, sounds great.
It's not the time.
Come on, let's do
You're
it.
absolutely certain.
I'm
you
certain.
really, really
I'm
will.
certain.
You wouldn't want to do that in a Land Rover, would you?
Apart from driving a Ferrari, I think as a kid, every boy wants to drive a tank.
I'm sure you've done this before, haven't you? Sheldon was a surprisingly good tank driver. He had control and a bit of finesse. Better than that poxy old Prius, isn't it? No one ever got excited driving that, did they?
I fulfilled one of my final dreams today, and it's been amazing, absolutely amazing. There is one thing that's left me really, really disappointed, and that's that I'm not going to be around to see the Prius get crushed.
But he has banked 300 quid by flogging it. Of course, the Prius wasn't the only chassis and body combo up for sale. Back at the yard, Ben has put the engineless Reliant Robin back together in time for the visit of Mark, who's in the market for a restoration project.
Hi, my name's Mark. I'm from Manchester. I've come down here to buy a British Classic.
You sure you've come to the right place?
I'm hoping to get it as cheap as I can. I'm hoping to spend about 200 quid for the car. I'll see how I go and see what condition the car's in when I go and see it. I'm up for a barter.
Yeah, you're up for a barter. You want to come down to London and you want a barter.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Mark, you're in the wrong town. Right? I want 400 nicker for this.
I was going to go 2.
But Mark, look at it, Mark, look at it.
All right, get me to it.
No, but Mark, that's worth dough. That's worth money. Mark.
Tour. I'll give you a tour for it.
No, we're not going to do tours, Mark. We're not going to do oneers. I'm going to have a deal of a lifetime with you, Mark. And it's there ready and waiting for you now as we speak. 300 nicker, you can take that away.
300.
300. A carpet for that now. Have you got it on you?
I've got pound notes in my
You've
pocket.
got it on you now and it's in that pocket.
Pound
You
notes.
have got it. Can I have a look at it? Can I have a look? Yes. And it's a Union Jack. I like that, Mark. I can see their goers, right? I'm going to let you take that. And it has been a pleasure doing business with
We've
you,
got a deal,
Mark.
then. We've got a deal.
We got a deal, yeah. We got a deal. Good boy, Mark. Well done, my old son.
All right.
Well done. Enjoy yourself.
Thanks very much.
Good boy.
Frankie's sales technique, it was a bit extreme, to say the least. I don't think I'll be buying another car off him again. But he's a nice lad, though.
300 quid for the shell of a car that only cost 180 represents good business. This could be a tight finish. Time will soon be called on the mold-breaking car stripping challenge. Sheldon and George went hybrid crazy with this first-generation Toyota Prius. They've secured 3 big money deals that included the sale of shell and chassis. Ben and Frankie picked up a Reliant Robin, and like their opponents, topped impressive sales by flogging the body shell. In the dying moments of the challenge, it's becoming a tale of two gearboxes. Limited time means that Sheldon is offering the Prius box at a knockdown rate.
My name's Andy. I work for a company called Automatic Man. We recondition automatic gearboxes.
I did have it advertised at 400 quid, but I'm on a time factor and I've come to the end of my window, so I've got it advertised at 225.
I understand these are quite problematic gearboxes.
Right.
I was thinking a little bit lower. We're going to put it in a car at work. Once it's in and doesn't work, can I bring it back and get my money back?
Not really, because I know it works.
Right.
If I didn't drive it, or if George didn't drive it, it'd be a different case. But I know it works.
Sure. OK, then. I'm happy to deal with that.
Yeah? You cool with that?
Yep, I'm fine with that. Thank you very much.
Top man.
Brilliant.
Lovely.
225 notes is a useful addition to profits, but Sheldon is not a happy salesman.
Yeah, I'm gutted, because what it took for me and George to get that engine and gearbox out, to let it go for that money, it just don't feel right.
Considerably less complicated is Ben and Frankie's Reliant box. That's not to say it's unsaleable. Just ask Sean Anthony.
I've come up from just outside Exeter in Devon to try and buy this gearbox to do a Reliant restoration project that I'm in the middle of.
Bullseye, 2 fat Frankies,
Yeah.
50 nicker for that now. You can take it away to where the cows go
Yeah.
and have a good time with it.
What, for scrap value? I'll give you a
not-
tenner for
it's
it.
not-
Look.
That's oil.
You will get this. You will get this, Sean. No,
I
Sean.
tell you what, that's a tenner there. Isn't it?
Have you got one of these or what?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple, yeah.
What's the matter with your gearbox then?
Well, it just jumps out of reverse.
Can you buy them off the shelf anywhere? No, correct answer. And that's the reason you're here, Sean, right or wrong?
Yeah, all right, yeah, right.
You got it, brother, right.
on, mate.
30
Yeah.
quid.
30
you can
quid.
take that away.
All right.
Now get the money out your pocket, please.
Oh, mate.
30 quid. Not a fortune, but at this stage, every penny counts. And that proves to be the final deal. It's time to weigh in any unsold parts. Ben and Frankie have flogged everything, so have nothing left to crush. As if to prove the recyclability of the Toyota, George and Sheldon have a pile of high-tech leftovers, too small to crush. It looks like being a quiet afternoon for Joe on the crusher. Nonetheless, with scrap going at £140 per tonne, a weight of 52 kilos adds a further £7 to profit. And talking of profit, it's time to do the numbers.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Well, it's a shrine to a fantastic car. So many happy memories. In fact, I think we should just have a minute's silence, if you don't mind.
Yes, we parted up with 180 nicker for that little motor down here. That's right, isn't it?
Right.
Total sales, 480 sovs, giving us a total profit of a carpet.
How much?
300 nicker to me and you.
Things may have looked a little bleak when the boys unearthed the Reliant, but the low purchase price meant that the sale of the engine and gearbox ensured they broke even. The bulk deal of body, shell and chassis then catapulted the Reliant into the black. 300 quid profit on a car that cost 180 is a mighty return, but is it enough?
Well, we paid 650 quid for this, which I think £650 too much.
Wait, hold on a minute.
Oh, yes.
Total sales, £833.
Oh, my God.
Gives us a profit. I can't believe we made a profit as well, of £183.
There was nothing wrong with Sheldon's sales strategy as he secured both bulk deals and single-item transactions. Ultimately, though, it was a high purchase price and the ticking clock that conspired against George and Sheldon. Ben and Frankie are this week's mould breakers.
Prius, please. I'm an ex-mechanic, not an electrician.
If he didn't want that car, he should have said so from the start.
We've both bought the worst cars in the entire universe. How did that happen?
Since the making of this show, all the parts sold have played a major role in a number of restoration projects. Sean is busy fitting his Reliant gearbox. Cheer up. That's more like it. Mark is pleased as punch with the Robin body. He just needs an engine and he'll be away. And as for the Prius shell and chassis, women drivers.